honor for me to welcome you all to the 50th anniversary celebration of the Insurers Association of Mauritius. 50 years is indeed a major milestone for an industry association. The 50th anniversary celebration is a solemn occasion to pause and look back at this 50-year journey, but also a moment to look ahead at the bright future that we want to achieve with our vision. Thank you very much for being with us to celebrate the Insurers Association of Mauritius Golden Jubilee. You all know the Insurers Association of Mauritius was formed only 4 years after Mauritius' independence. We salute our founding members who in 1972, as a result of their tenacity, the Insurers Association of Mauritius, known at that time as the Insurance Advisory Council of Mauritius, was born. It was a modest but important beginning. Today, we are humbled to say that we have been part of Mauritius' success story. One can draw the parallel in the remarkable transformation that has taken place in the last 50 years, both in our country and the insurance industry. Indeed, the insurance industry is one that not only has grown with the Mauritius economy, but has been one of the key partners that have enabled that economic growth. However, the journey was critical and testament to the inherent resilience, agility, and adaptability of this sector to serve our businesses and communities. By providing insurance solutions, by risk pooling and helping to reduce risk, we have enabled our businesses and our economy to function effectively. The insurance industry of Mauritius has been led in the last 50 years by the Insurers Association of Mauritius since its formation. Today, the insurance sector, through the Insurers Association of Mauritius, has emerged as a strong force that is contributing substantially to the economic and social development of Mauritius. Going ahead, ladies and gentlemen, we are optimistic that we will continue to work closely with the government, the regulator, and other industry stakeholders to drive the necessary reforms and further improve the insurance sector. Before I call Mrs. Pamela Bussier, the president of the association, to deliver her speech, on a personal note, I would like to say that I really feel privileged to be able to serve this industry, and I would like to express my gratitude and thank all my members for bringing me on board and giving me this opportunity. I thank Pamela, the current president, all the past presidents, those present today, Mr. Derek Wong, Mr. Akash Mishra, those who are not present here but are with us and will be having a message for us later, Mr. Louis Vivalan and Mr. Bertrand Casteres, and all other past presidents. And also the past Secretary General, Mr. Ansel Belran. You have all played a significant part in this challenging but wonderful journey. Thank you very much. Also, I would like to thank all of you here and the institutions that you represent, which have contributed to the insurance industry and played a big part in that success. Tonight is also a night to thank and appreciate all your contributions. We should give a big round of applause to all of you. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hand together again for Mrs. Pamela Bussier, the President of the Insurers Association of Mauritius. Mrs. Pamela Bussier.
Mr. Solvency Borisov, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance, Monsieur Danishwar Thakur, Chief Executive, Financial Services Commission, representative of insurance brokers and reinsurance companies, members of the association, members of the press, guests from various organizations of the public sector, guests from sister organizations of the private sector, distinguished guests, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to all of you. I thank you for having kindly accepted to be in our midst today. It is indeed an honor for me to address you all as the President of the Insurers Association of Mauritius to celebrate our golden jubilee, our 50th anniversary. As the Secretary General has mentioned, the insurance industry has been led by the Association as a common voice since its formation. We should all acknowledge the contribution of all the pioneers, founding members, past and present, presidents and IAM members. You have all helped to transform this industry into a strong force that is contributing substantially to the common and economic social development of Mauritius. With a contribution to GDP of 2.8%, the insurance sector is important for the stability of the financial system. Insurance companies are not only large investors, which carry most of the investable assets in the country, but they also safeguard the financial stability of households and firms by insuring their risk. The insurance industry is progressive, and over the last 50 years, the industry has witnessed and overcome major challenges. As a committed association, our main role is to collectively enhance customer understanding, business and professional skills, promote industry best practices to build and sustain a reputation of excellence for insurers. As we are celebrating a great journey of 50 years, we also know that we are meeting at a time when interest rates are low. The economy is very challenging, despite significant initiative by government. However, moving forward, the insurance industry is confident and optimistic that there will be many growth opportunities ahead. As we have been doing, we will contribute to work closely with the government, the regulator, and other industry stakeholders to drive the necessary reforms and further improve the insurance sector. Mauritius will emerge stronger, and the insurance industry will be a strong partner in this journey. There will be demand for more insurance services with the increase in economic activities. We are confident that insurers will continue to set up and continue to provide solutions to support our businesses and communities. Tonight, I will not be long. I would like to mention on some of the areas where we believe the insurance sector can strive towards even greater heights. I would like to share 4 areas. Firstly, it's the new and emerging risk. As I mentioned, the insurance market is growing. The demand for protection against new risks are increasing in various areas, such as environmental risk, cyber risk, supply chain interruption, just to mention a few. These are all new risks that are emerging in a more complex economic environment. That means that there is more vulnerability and growing need for insurance to mitigate the economic impact of those risks. Secondly, embracing technology and innovation. Technology is a key driver of innovation in the financial industry. We see this cutting across all areas of finance. Worldwide, insurers are already embracing the advent of insurtech. You can all see the growth of insurtech happening worldwide. New technologies are offering new ways for insurance companies to manage their customer needs. I am glad that in Mauritius, our insurance industry is not stopping this kind of technology, but we are also embracing technology within our industry. We are all implementing technology, not because they are available, but in order to meet customer needs and add value to the customer experience. Thirdly, build a strong pipeline of insurance professionals. Even though it is a world of automation, the insurance business has always been a people business, where agents and brokers are used as intermediaries. We still need the human touch in many areas. Our people are the drivers of growth in the insurance sector. The industry is growing, and we will need more people in the industry. That's why the Insurance Association of Mauritius will support institutions like the Financial Services Institute and the Insurance Institute of Mauritius to foster a pipeline of young talents into the insurance industry, as we hope to see more young professionals entering the insurance industry in line with our growing needs. Last but not least, strengthening trust in the insurance industry. Even as we build up our workforce, even as we attract more people in the industry, and we provide skills upgrading, it is important ultimately to fall back on what is important in the industry. It is not just about skills, but ultimately the insurance industry is built on trust. So we have the most competent people, but ultimately the insurance industry has to be built on people who are of integrity, who are of the right values, and who can promote trust. We are not selling just a policy, we are making a promise to be there for our customers for good times and bad times. It is an important part of what makes the industry work, and what creates values, and what gets customers to buy insurance from us. There must not be eroded that value, that ethos must always be there. In many countries, true trust deficit is created when ethics are compromised, and where there is unfair dealing, when there is non-transparency, and where there is a lack of integrity. Fortunately, we don't face this in Mauritius, and we must not allow such behaviors to creep in our insurance industry sector. All of us in the insurance sector, all our insurance professionals must work harder to enhance customer confidence, to build trust, be it through customer education, through fair and proper disclosure, or through fair dealings with our customers. This is of critical importance in the insurance sector, and we hope all of you will continue to support us in our journey. To conclude, the Mauritius insurance industry has made enormous strides over the last 50 years. Today, we are in many ways an important sector in our country. With sustained commitment and partnership with the government, the authorities, and all of our partners here, we are confident that our insurance sector will become an even more vibrant and innovative sector in the next 50 years. Thank you very much, and have a very pleasant evening.
Thank you, Mrs. Pamela Boussier, for your message and also for your wisdom. One thing we all know in this industry, we are celebrating 50 years, yes, but we will all together strive to bring the industry to much higher heights, even if we need to climb a mountain for it. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, we will do it. We are here for the society, we are here for our people. I've always said the insurance industry is an industry of the people, with the people, for the people. We are here to celebrate the Insurers Association of Mauritius. So ladies and gentlemen, I have the immense pleasure to portray a short video of the association.
Over the last 50 years, the insurance sector has played a significant role in the economic and social development of Mauritius. The insurance companies have not only invested but are continuing to invest in all major sectors of the economy. They are also constantly safeguarding the financial stability of households and firms by insuring their risk. The first African insurance conference hosted by the then government was held in 1972 in Mauritius, and this led to the creation of the African Insurance Organization. In the same year, upon the request of the then Minister of Finance, the Insurance Advisory Council of Mauritius, known as YACOM, with its registered office at the Swan Building, was created and obtained its registration under the provision of the Registration of Associations Act in 1973. The first secretary of YACOM was Mr. Gilles de Sorny of Swan. The then Minister of Finance acted upon the advice of Mr. Patel, an Indian actuary who recommended that the insurance industry should evolve a code for its regulation under the Registrar of Insurance. With the help of international institutions, the YACOM published its rules and regulations to its members, including a code of conduct based on international best practices from Washington, D.C., USA, Singapore, Nigeria, Zambia, and Australasia. 1978 has been a year of creation and establishment. The new structure of YACOM was approved with responsibilities and duties of various office bearers and subcommittees. YACOM was a member of the Joint Economic Council GEC, where Mr. Paturo, the then chairman, accepted that YACOM uses the GEC offices as its headquarters. With the flow of various developments, under the Insurance Act of 1987, YACOM reviewed its rules and regulations and changed the name of the association to the Insurers Association. The 1990s, the era of motor insurance challenges, the Insurers Association again reviewed its rules to include prompt settlement of disputes among insurers, thus leading to the creation of an in-house arbitration tribunal. The 21st century started with the establishment of a regulatory body known as the Financial Services Commission. It was followed by a review in the association's constitution to provide a full-time secretariat to assist the insurance industry accordingly. The Insurers Association became a full-time secretariat in 2002 with its seat at the Plantation House in Port Louis, where Mr. Axel Pellegrin was appointed as the first full-time Secretary General. With the aim of supporting a progressive industry, the Insurance Act and Financial Services Act were reviewed in 2007. This was initiated by collectively enhancing consumer understanding, business and professional skills, thus promoting industry best practices to build and sustain a reputation of excellence for insurers. 10 years later, the Insurers Association was officially registered as the Insurers Association of Mauritius with the Registrar of Association. In 2018 till date, Mr. Vashish Ramkelawan was appointed as the new Secretary General of the association. Recently, the association published a new insurance code of practice to provide clear and consistent standards for the insurance industry landscape. These steps contributed to a more informed relationship between insurers and their policyholders, thereby improving policyholders' confidence and trust in the insurance industry. Today, the vision of Insurers Association of Mauritius is to be the trusted and knowledgeable voice for sustainable growth in insurance penetration to support the economic and social development of Mauritius.
Thank you very much. And I thank the team who's put this video. And ladies and gentlemen, there is someone, we've heard about one organization, somebody who has been a pioneer also into making this association, or with all the members, into a full-time secretariat, who is unfortunately not with us today because he's abroad. And I couldn't leave the night like this, so I have asked him a few questions. and I'm going to read the questions which I asked him, and you're going to get his message. Mr. Louis Rivalan, the Insurers Association of Mauritius is celebrating 50 years. And over these last 50 years, Swan has not only been a key player of the Mauritius insurance industry, but also a pioneer member of the association. The association, known as the Insurance Advisory Council of Mauritius, had its first reviewed office at Swan, its first president and secretary also from Swan. You have yourself been the initiator in 2001 to provide notably for the association to establish a full-time secretariat. Please tell us your experience, firstly, as a key member of the Insurers Association of Mauritius, and secondly, having served as president of the association. Thank you. The message of Mr. Rivalan.
Good evening, everybody. I'm really sorry I can't be with you tonight. At Swan, we have always believed in having a collaborative approach. It's important that as an industry, we can speak with one voice, vis-à-vis the public at large, the regulator, the policymakers, government, and all the important stakeholders we've got. In 2001, we actually found out that the demands on the association was such that we needed to revamp it. And we had a brainstorming session, and we were very happy to actually change the structure and appoint a full-time secretariat. In 2005, it helped us a lot because this is the time when we were revamping the insurance legislation, which had not been reviewed for 15, 20 years. It was a major undertaking which involved everybody. And the challenge was to find the right compromise between the cost and the benefit and make sure the interests of one and all were protected. As a president, I've always tried to make sure that everybody's voice was heard and involved as many people as I could to make sure that we could actually go forward and find the right solutions for everybody. The Insurers Association has contributed a lot over the past 50 years, and I've got no doubt that it will carry on being an important player for the future. I wish you all tonight a very nice event, and I congratulate the association on its 50-year anniversary and wish it all the best for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So there is another person who unfortunately couldn't be with us. He's also abroad. He's someone I've worked very closely with when I joined as Secretary General of the Subtime. And we've had a wonderful time really working together. And the fact that he's a person who served this industry, and I think he was a key person in that industry. So I had to go and ask him to say a few words to all of us and ask him, obviously, the same question. Mr. Bertrand Casteres, the Insurers Association of Mauritius is celebrating 50 years. And over the last 10 years, you have been a key figure of the Mauritius insurance industry. Please tell us about your experience, firstly as a key member of the Insurers Association of Mauritius, and secondly after having served as president of the association. Please also tell us how you have faced the first COVID-19 lockdown as the president of the Insurers Association. Ladies and gentlemen, Bertrand Casteres.
First of all, I'd like to send my apologies for not being here with you tonight to celebrate the 50 years of anniversary of the Insurance Association of Mauritius. Sorry for that. I'd like to wish to you all and the Insurance Association a happy birthday for 50 years of great service for the industry. We all aim in protecting more and more people in Mauritius to give them good insurance products. So thank you for all what you've done and for all those who served Mauritius and served the Insurance Association in the past 50 years. As you know, I've been past president between 2019 and 2021, which has been marked by the COVID crisis and the lockdown. And I am very grateful for all those who helped me during that period, especially the Secretary General, Sabrina as well, for what they've done. It hasn't been very easy, but I recall the long discussions we had on video conference with all of you, especially to try and help all the insured in Mauritius trying to maintain cover or to renew their policy in a lean way during that lockdown, the first lockdown at least. What I can say in what I've seen in the last 10 years of the insurance industry and the evolution of the markets in the past 10 years is, I would say, the professionalism. I remember the first meetings we had and the last meetings we had with the industry and the management committee. Much more professional, much more meetings, going into depth, discussions with the regulators, with all the stakeholders. I see much more professionalism in what we do, and that's great. As you all know, I'll be leaving Mauritius soon, moving to France with my family after a little bit more than 10 years in Mauritius with the MUA. I feel very sad to leave you all, but I'm sure you have great time all together, and I will miss you all. But I'm sure I'll be coming back very soon in a few years in Mauritius and back helping also the insurance industry. So I thank you all for what you've done. I wish you all a very great evening, great moment, and above all, I wish you all a happy birthday of the Insurance Association and a very great evening to you all.
Good evening, everybody. I tried to do justice to the speech, so it's a speech from that the minister should have read normally. But unfortunately, he cannot make it tonight, so let me read it for him. Mr. Vikas Thakur, Chief Executive of the Financial Services Commission, Mrs. Pamela Boucher, President of the Insurance Association of Mauritius, Mr. Varshish Ramkalawan, Secretary General of the Insurance Association of Mauritius, captains of the industry, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to you all. As I said earlier, the Minister couldn't make it today, so on his behalf, I am reading this message. There is one part of it that I will quote. It will be his message, but I shall add a few things from my own side. So I quote, distinguished guests and partners, you are assembled this evening to mark your 50th anniversary. This milestone needs to be celebrated and honored. The destiny of our country and the insurance sector are intertwined, and the Insurance Association has played a highly influential role in driving this industry. It has played a pivotal role in shaping the insurance landscape and in contributing substantially to the economic and social development of Mauritius. Members of the association deserve to be recognized and commended as providers of insurance solutions to business, to communities and to our countrymen by endeavoring to manage and reduce risk to give businesses and people peace of mind. You have helped the entire society and the economy to function effectively. And of course, you are direct providers of jobs. The insurance sector offers about 3,000 direct employment to our people, not to mention the many more indirect jobs. And the association has played a crucial role as a voice of the industry, articulating concerns, interests, and development proposals. Today, Mauritius is a major international business and financial center, poised to play a greater role as a major engine for GDP growth of Mauritius. The insurance sector is standing on the brink of change and is among the most disrupted business sectors, with legitimate apprehensions over shifts in consumer behavior, technological advancements, soaring competition, pressure on margins, and more complex regulatory exigencies. Against this backdrop, I look forward to an even more fruitful and rewarding partnership between the public and private sector, so that together we can overcome challenges and brace ourselves in a future of innovation and change, serving the people of Mauritius. My priority in your 50th anniversary year will be to keep the dialogue between your association and myself, as well as my ministry, going strong. I wish you once again happy 50th anniversary and many more years of prosperous growth. Unquote. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, what more can I add? I do not wish to stand in the way of you and the delightful evening which Rashid Ramkelawan and his team have so perfectly organized for us. However, I would like to add a few words from what I have already said. Over the years, this sector has become one of the key pillars of the economy, and with a strategy put in place by the government, this sector is likely to become the leading engine to fuel economic growth. This requires a concerted effort of all stakeholders and policymakers. Allow me to mention only three of a long list of important initiatives we have taken with the invaluable collaboration of the association. Firstly, the bonus-malus and national insurance claims database. This initiative is a perfect example of the public-private partnership with the Ministry, the FSC, and the association working in tandem. Secondly, structured investment-linked insurance business. The FSC is establishing a regulatory framework for the introduction of a new line of business to be known as structured investment-linked insurance business, commonly termed as insurance wrappers. As I speak, the necessary rules and regulations have already been gazetted, and trainings on the insurance-linked insurance business product are being organized for the industry by the FSC. Thirdly, the reinsurance framework. As announced in the budget speech 2022-2023, the FSC will revamp its framework to enable reinsurance companies to set up operations in Mauritius. The insurance and reinsurance industries have been somewhat overlooked in terms of growth opportunities when compared to other financial services industries. The reinsurance industry's future prospects offer the possibility to Mauritius to establish itself as a reinsurance hub for Africa. This will be on the basis that Mauritius builds a fit-for-purpose ecosystem to enable reinsurance companies to establish the hubs for Africa here and on which offers them a more competitive advantage to compete in Africa. And as I said, this is a few of them. There are more to come. And we are working as a ministry also on the third-party administrators and many more. Ladies and gentlemen, the continued success of our initiatives to grow the insurance industry is contingent upon active participation from the industry. As new products are introduced and more players enter the market, there will be greater vibrancy in our insurance industry and underpin the continued growth of Mauritius into a thriving insurance marketplace. In closing, allow me to reiterate hearty congratulations to the Insurance Association of Mauritius and wish you all a memorable 50th anniversary year. The IAM, the FSC, and the Ministry have enjoyed an excellent working relationship over the years, and we look forward to many years of close and fruitful cooperation. I thank the Association for the opportunity to address you this evening and wish you a very good evening. Long live the Insurers Association of Mauritius. Long live the welfare of all its members. Thank you. Enjoy the evening.